Hello everyone, my name is David ADENIJI and this is the School Owners Forum. Welcome once again to class. We continue on our series. We have asserted pointedly and repeatedly in our earlier discussions on this platform that parents actually pay for how much they value you. You get that? Parents pay for how much they value you. And if they are owing you, how much they owe you is how less they value you. But apart from you as a person, a particular set of people determine the size of that value. Now listen to this. Let's ask ourselves a question. What are your parents paying for? What exactly are they paying for? Are they paying for your magnificent building and structures? Maybe, maybe not. Are they paying for the facilities they see that are very expensive, not found elsewhere? Maybe, maybe not. The degree to the extent to which we can answer that question depends on what I want to say now. You can catch all of this teaching in my book, The Four-Legged School Growth Strategy. The Four-Legged School Growth Strategy will teach you innovative strategies that harness the potentials of the four active stakeholders in every school business for unusual increase and transformation. All of this teaching is expounded in that book. You need to get that book. Just hit us. Just talk to us and get the book. Also, there is a book for teachers. It is titled The Indispensable Teacher. This book is trending. We have sold thousands of copies already. For your teachers, it will teach them wisdom for harnessing their passion, maximizing your own school as the platform to fulfill purpose and boost their productivity as a teacher. Don't forget also that we have trainings for teachers and for heads of schools. For bookings and other inquiries, call 080-6946-2143. That is in Nigeria, plus 234-80-6946-2143. Or head on to schoolownersforum.com. That is www.schoolownersforum.com. schoolownersforum.com. Check our social media platforms and search for School Owners Forum. So thank you very much. Let's continue quickly into the class. Parents are not paying you because of your own personal status. We could say they are paying you the sum value of what your teachers carry. So in essence, what parents are paying you is the sum total, the sum value of the virtue your teachers carry. Because think about it, the parents do not see, you are not the one teaching the children as a school owner. You are not the one taking, they know you own the school and you have value, but you see, they pay you the sum total, the sum value of the virtue that your teachers carry. Now listen, leadership is so intrinsic a concept that everyone needs to learn it consciously. If you have a set of teachers who display wonderful qualities, not just academic but also creative and leadership qualities, people look at you as a leader of leaders and not just an oga or follow of workers. Now there's a difference. Some people can be a leader of leaders while others are just oga or follow. You don't want to have people around you who are just calling you oga here, oga there, but are not taking after what you carry. They are not taking after your own virtues. You earn a certain huge amount of respect and value from the kind of teachers you have. Now we cannot overemphasize it. We will always say it. So parents are not actually paying for anything in your school other than the caliber of teachers you staff. Now look at this. No matter how brilliant you are, and honestly, school owners are very brilliant. One of the things that make us tough in what we do is because of the challenges we have faced and how we have overcome on them, and we are still standing over the years. So it is not surprising that you see school owners who are very sound up there, but teachers under them are not sound down there. It will be recognized by your parents that you are sound and smart as a school owner, but you see, there will be a but if the same thing cannot be said of your teachers. You may consider getting a teacher training program, which we tag leadership, attitudes, skills and ethics for teachers. Leadership, attitudes, skills and ethics. If you want to know more about that, go to our website www.schoolownersforum.com and search for LACE, or go to our programs, leadership, attitude, skills and ethics. It's a teacher equipping program we have run in over 300 schools, in several schools and several teachers, and the results are tremendous. Now let's continue in today's lesson. If you surround yourself with teachers who are not brilliant and cannot think creatively, you will certainly lose children. Yes, it's a fact. It's amazing many of us recruit with sentiment. Painfully, we at times try to satisfy other people's recommendations, people we honor, at the detriment of our own business. It is not about how much money you pay them, really. It's instead about how much virtue you carry and you impart on them. Be careful when choosing teachers. Look for skill, but also look for virtue. Look for teachability. Look for good attitude. But above all, you can only give what you have. Build yourself also personally. Train the teachers, of course. Mentor them, and the results will be tremendous. I will touch more on this as I continue. Now listen to this. One other thing that will make you lose children if you don't take care of it is your image. Your image can make you lose parents needlessly. Has anyone told you that your school's image is what determines everything about your school? Yes. By image, I mean the general perspective of people about your school. Basically, people who are not even your parents. As school owner, let me tell you something. You cannot sell more than your image sells you. Let me go again. You cannot sell more than your image sells you. Now, wait a minute. What am I talking about? This affects other businesses too. Yes, but for a school, it's rather far-reaching because we are dealing with lives on hourly basis. I once decided to take lease of a school that's no more in business, but has its equipment intact. Now, we had concluded on price arrangements with the agent and all of that. The school sits comfortably on a 2.5 plots of land with 2-story blocks and a total of about 35 rooms. It's even in a densely populated area of Lagos. It has all the equipment in it, furniture, office equipment, ICT room, labs, and all of that. But just before we closed the deal, I took another stroll into the environment one more time to find out why such a nice facility is not in use. You don't want to hear it. The discovery was amazing. Now don't ask me, but I never closed the deal. We never closed the deal. I just walked away because I knew I was not going to be able to cope. Even though the school was no more in session, it was no more functional, it's going to be an uphill task for anyone to come and revamp the image, even with a new name. So school business is image business. One thing that makes you lose children fast, or that makes it impossible to even get new enrollment, you just find out that people are not coming to make inquiries, is your image. Maybe you should take a stroll down the street and find out what people are saying about you. Sometimes true, sometimes not. You need to work on that image sometimes. An African adage says, egg sellers don't play rough. School owners are egg sellers. You are being watched, your parents watch you, and the environment is jealous. They wonder, when did you start business? And right before their eyes, God is blessing you. They don't know what you go through. They don't know what you go through. So now, do you guard your school's image jealously? Just one false derogatory comment when peddled for too long can make parents start withdrawing children in droves and put the school out of business. Worse still is if such comments have some element of truth in them. Please avoid employing staff that you will eventually fire, at least as much as possible. As much as possible, try not to fire staffs. And I know what I'm saying. It ruins the school's image. Avoid conflicts. Forgive people when they don't, even when they don't deserve it. Avoid unending arguments with anyone, because your school's image determines how much sales you are going to get. Now, I'll go very quickly to another point. If you leave your parent idle, someone else will get them busy. So you ask me, why do parents change their children's schools? Because the school where they are presently is not showcasing to the parent all of what they have. But instead, on the other hand, another school is inviting your parents to showcase what they have. Guess what? When next they think about the next session, they may begin to consider. So look at it. You see, parents opt for another school for reasons you hardly detect until they are gone. You can't wait until that happens. Many times you take it lightly when you organize PTA and only few parents turn up. You do PAP, that is Parent Appreciation Party or program, and only few of them show up. You do inter-house sport and those same few already know themselves. Open day comes and it's still those same few parents. Believe me, it is not good for business. Take a woman, for instance, a parent, Mrs. Beckley, as one of your parents who never attends functions. Now, one of our close friends then invites her to her own children's graduation or something. Now, she got there and was wowed by those performances. But guess what? I mean, painfully, you do more of these in your own school, only that she never attends. Mrs. Beckley then becomes a cheap prospect for another school. With hot marketing and follow-up from that school, you may lose Mrs. Beckley. Not because you are not good as a school, but because she didn't know it. She didn't see it. Remember in the last class, I talked about something. I said, how should you woo your parents? Continue to woo your parent. You have to continue wooing your parent every time, because every time they pay you, they want to be sure that you deserve that money. So it is important you always impress your parents. Yeah, you say, well, the academics. Yeah, I know academics impress them, but some other things also do, because other schools also boast of the same thing. So don't get me wrong. Listen, parents are free to attend any function they want. But here's the point I make it. Never take it lightly when a parent only seldom attends your own functions. Most times, the purpose of those functions is to market your brand and bond deeper with your parents. Take, for instance, when you do Parent Appreciation Party, a program, your parents will be super excited. It gets difficult for anyone to market them out of your school. The same may not be said of a parent who is always absent from such occasions. Now, they don't know the full worth of what you have until they see it being showcased. Parents do not know the full worth of what you have until they see it being showcased. So those functions are marketing fields for you, primarily to your own parents and also to other parents whom they might bring along. Now, you should be on their necks. The question is, they don't come. I invite them. I tell my people, I say, you have to market your PTA meetings, market your PAP, market those events where you want parents to come and see something, where you want to showcase something or the other to them. If you're going to have PTA meeting in the 6th or 7th week, begin to market that from the first week. Don't wait until it is 1 week to the meeting before you start sending SMSs or writing letters home. Many times your letters get home and they don't even read them. So you have to market effectively those events, because those events are marketing points. If your parents do not attend your functions and then they go attending other schools' functions, they may become cheap prospects for those schools. And with hot marketing and follow-up, you may lose them to those others. So you should be on their neck. Make sure they attend. Otherwise, they become cheap prospects for other schools if they venture attending those of their friends. Just the same way, non-parents who attend your own functions may become prospects for your own school. Parents are free to attend functions of other schools, I know, but you may have a problem if they never attend yours. And when comparing, there is no basis to justify whether you are better on those grounds of comparison. So here's the point I'm making. It is not okay when a parent never or seldom attends your functions. You're leaving them too idle. They may soon become prospects for other schools. Now, to the last point, in this lecture. Not every prospective parent should be admitted in the first place. One parent can lead to the exit of others. You say, Mr. ADENIJI, how do I know? How do I sift through? How do I make sure that only the right set of parents are admitted? Yes, here's how you can do it. I know you want sales. When a parent makes inquiries, we want them enrolled at all costs. They must not go. If they go, they will probably end up in a competitor's place. Of course, we know. We often say all of this. Am I saying some parents should be turned down when they come to enroll their children? Oh, yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm actually saying. And if you think it's a joke, let me tell you a story. A woman enrolled 4 children in my school at once. That kind of deal doesn't come every day, you know. She paid every money quoted on the bill. But that time was the last time she ever smiled at their payment. That time was the last time we ever smiled about her payment. They spent 2 sessions and it was like writing UTME to get them to pay. We found out much later that their daddy was into some kind of business that is only seasonal. And the woman was a complete housewife. Now listen, it is not bad for parents to have a seasonal business, neither is it bad for mommies to be housewives. The problem is such a parent was destined to leave right from day one. The problem is when they leave, they don't leave alone. That's it. If a parent leaves, most times they don't leave alone. They leave in droves. You see, it wasn't good enough. I mean, it is not going to be good enough for you to admit parents without understanding and verifying whether they will be able to afford your school fee. It is important. That made me develop this innovative way of selecting parents before admitting them. I have shared it before, but I will share it again. Now, there's something I call the quick assessment form. It's not the usual kind of form or application form that you have in school. It's a very short, quick, written or oral form given to parents at the point of inquiry before you even give them your bill. The form may be written, printed, or oral, systematically administered by your front desk officer. The prospective parent is ignorant of its purpose. Yeah, the trained receptionist or front desk fellow can do it in form of just question and answer. Name of the child, not so important. Date of birth, of course, not so important, but it is also important at times because many times parents even lie about children's age. So that may not be part of it. But ask and find out how many siblings a child has. The number of siblings a child has would give you an idea of the liability available for the parents. The liabilities, if they are enrolling 1 out of 5 children, I mean, understand that there are another 4 children who will be competing for your school fee. So you should find out if they can actually afford your fee. If all of them are coming, make sure you have a strong discount policy, because there's this attitude that it is normal when you want to enroll many children in a school, you hunt for a good bargain. Of course, you want all the children to have the same experience. So you should find out the position among children, because research shows that Nigerian parents don't joke with first and last children, especially if they are males. Of course, they care for other ones. So I'm just trying to give you an idea into how to find out whether or not a parent can pay your school fee before you even enroll them in the first place. Now, find out what the parents do. Find out where they do it. I mean, at the end of the day, you will then discover that a parent who sees your structure, your magnificent structure and expensive facilities, and get enticed but forgets to look at their pocket, should be called to consider whether they can actually afford your fees. Because if you are able to conduct this consistently, you will be able to discover if a parent can afford your fee or not. I want to encourage you to switch to Thinkalike School Management Software. It has so many features, and for now, it is Nigeria's largest school management software with over 1 million students currently using it. I'm glad that you came once again. I'll meet you again in the next class. Thank you very much.